Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and happy 4th of July to all the Americans celebrating their Independence Day. We weren't going to do a 4th of July crossword because we hadn't been sent a crossword. 4th of July Sudoku because we hadn't been sent one, but Rockrat Zero has supplied that need at the 11th hour, and here before you, you see the Liberty Bell. That icon, I think it's now in Philadelphia. It dates from 1752, and you can see that Rockrat Zero has brilliantly worked that into the top row of the grid, and I only just noticed into these quadruple circles, which is fantastic. This puzzle has a modular constraint on the yellow lines, in case you were just going to rush off and try it. But, wow, I mean, I was just thinking that I remember the US's 200th, the bicentenary celebration of independence in 1976, and we're very soon coming up to the 250th celebration. All right, I mean, hang on, if I remember it, yeah, that's how old I am. That's just painful. That is just painful. There we go. I hope to see in the 250th anniversary. And believe me, at this time, we don't begrudge the independence anymore. I'm not sure we ever did. So congratulations to all Americans. Hope you're having a great day. And this will give you something to celebrate the day specifically with, a Liberty Bell Sudoku. Yes, I mean, the reason I said crossword a moment ago was that reminded me of the fact that I worked out a year or two ago that I have lived over half the span of time that the crossword has existed. Because that was invented in 1913, which that's another terrifying statistic and another proof of how old I am. So don't knock me for my failures to scan or see the rules or whatever. It's just senility. Now, what else have we got going on? We've got the Cracking the Cryptic Sudoku hunt going on Patreon. Do check it out. 6 puzzles themed on krakens and mermaids and sea monsters and the like. And it's proving very popular. We're getting loads of correct entries in. Very well done to anybody who's achieved that. Very few complaints about the puzzles this time, I'm happy to say, but you can obviously supply that need and deficit as well if you want. But thank you very much for the kind compliments about the puzzles. Check us out. Check it out on Patreon. It's pretty good. And so are all of our apps, which do not include any modular lines puzzles, but well, actually they don't include slow thermos, and I should have mentioned that that's what we've got going on here to anybody who did rush off and try the puzzle. Hopefully they'll read the rules. We haven't done a slow thermo puzzle in a long while. They used to be the province of Tom Fry at one point. But anyway, we'll look at this in a moment. Yes, the apps, the Patreon, our merchandise, Sven's SUDOKU Pad, and the Discord server, all available on the links under the puzzle. But the first link is to this puzzle. Now, Rockrat Zero has called this Liberty Cracked Perseveres, which rings very oddly to me. What am I missing there? It almost reads like, I mean, it might be a quotation that I don't know. I know the Liberty Bell is cracked, and that's depicted in the puzzle. I am aware of that. And I'm sure that liberty does persevere, even if cracked, and that's a very noble thought. But it's just quite odd wording. It struck me maybe it was an anagram, but the best thing I could come up with was cricket player reserves bed, which is a neat image, but not much to do with the topic at hand. Anyway, no idea quite why the title is phrased that way, but as always, I wish the happiest of Independence Days to Americans. This does also remind me of that. It's getting quoted a lot at the moment. Jennifer Coolidge has gone through a revolution in terms of popularity, and people are rediscovering her past movies like Legally Blonde 2, in which she says, "God, you look like the 4th of July." And I know Ariana Grande does a brilliant impersonation of that, better than mine, but it is somehow a great line. I don't know why. Anyway, We will have a look at this puzzle now. So there are a lot of rules. Check these out. The rules are normal Sudoku rules apply. So that's 1 to 9 in every row, column and box. Digits on a grey line must increase or stay the same from bulb to tip. Now this is the slow thermo rule. So from the bulb to any of the tips, I guess there are 4 tips on this line. There goes one of them. One of the lines. So we've got to either increase or stay the same as we go along it. So there are opportunities to stay the same along those cells. And thermo rules apply apart from that. So we never get, the numbers never decrease as we go along that. A digit contained in a large white circle, so 5 and 2 here, must appear at least once in the 4 cells touched. Digits connected by a black dot must be in a 2 to 1 ratio. Digits connected by a white dot, that's the smaller circles obviously, must be consecutive, not all dots necessarily given. Each set of 3 digits along a yellow line must comprise a full set of the digits modulo 3. So there's one each of 147, 258 and 369. Look on your 3x3 keypad to see those arrayed in a useful manner. And obviously there's effectively 2 of those constraints operating on that line. So that's the rules. Give it a try. I have no idea what difficulty level we're going to meet. We haven't had time to put this through testing. We'll just see how we go. Let's get cracking. Okay, so the slow thermo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 6 is the minimum. Oh, well, that's on that side. On this side, the line's longer. Right, so that would be a 7 at the minimum. So I'm going to good lift this or fill in all the possible pencil marks. And we'll see what we see from that. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, I'm actually going to good lift the other side as well because I think that might be relevant. We get 3, 4, 5 or 6 there. There's one more degree of freedom because the line's a cell shorter. 4, 5, 6 or 7 there. I'm just wondering if we've made, I haven't got time to look, have we made a quintuple in the middle box? No, we haven't quite. Okay, fair enough. We've made a quintuple in row 8, very unexpectedly to me. So I suppose it shouldn't be unexpected, but it was. So the other digits in that row are 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now, the 5 must be in one of those cells. The 9 must be in one of those 2. What is this telling us about the slow thermo? Oh, this can't be a 5 on the black dot. So that's 4 or 6. This digit now is 2, 3 or 8. I say 8 with a little tone of disappointment that you won't have picked up, I'm sure. Because if it was 2 or 3, this would definitely be a sextuple. And we would know these were 1, 8, 9, which would feel like helpful information, even if it wasn't. Yeah, I mean, I've really done nothing in this puzzle so far, so I need to start thinking of something. Well, I suppose 1 and 9 are definitely in this group of cells. 9. Does this modular line 2, 3 or 8? 3 is the only one not from the 2, 5, 8 modular set. And we've got a 5 in this column. So in this group of 3, the 2, 5 or 8 is a 2 or an 8. Then we need 1, I keep looking at my keyboard, we need 1 from 147 and 1 from 369. I don't think it's easy to understand how they rationalize. On this line, 1 and 7 appear in the box. So 4 must be the digit from that set on the line. Does that tell me anything? Doesn't feel like it does. Right, have I missed some grouping? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The trouble is that not being a 5 doesn't stop that being a 5 or that being a 5. Certainly not both, but don't know. Right, we need to think of something we can actually do here. This black dot doesn't seem all that helpful because all of those are potential black dot digits. This black dot can't have a 1, so it's either 2, 4, 4, 8, or 3, 6. I don't know. This one is either 4, 2, 4, 8, or 6, 3. Now, if it was 6, 3, then these would all be in the set of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would have to be a 2. That would have to be a 7. And that 7, if this is a 7, that is going to force the rest of this line to be 7, 7, 7, 8, 9. And one of these is a 5. Right, I should roll that back up towards the top of the bell. That means that on one of the sides of the grid, these are all 4s. So therefore, in this box, one of those two is a 4. We can't have a 4 in any of those cells. And things have got a bit tighter. That is now 2 or 1. Now, if this was a 3, that's no good. Yes, one of those is a 4, so one of these is a 3, and that is a 2. There we go. So, there's a 1. We've got a couple of digits in the grid. This is now not a 2, clearly. So this is either a 6, 3 or a 4, 8, and that is 3 or 8. Right, 8 has to be on this line because 2 and 5 are now gone in the row. So one of those is an 8, and that means this isn't down below. That's pencil marking across a box, which I don't like doing. I'm going to take that out again. But it did prove that wasn't an 8. So one of these is a 4 and one of these is a 5. That is the salient point. Oh, that has to have the same modularity as this, because those two will always need that as a complement in that group of 3 and that as a complement in this group of 3. So that is either from the 3, 6, 9 or the 2, 5, 8 set and is not a 7. It wasn't quite all I was hoping for from that deduction. This isn't a 1 anymore. 5, 1, 2. So we've got to have something from 4 or 7 in these two cells. We couldn't have 4 there. Ooh, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm getting interested in the sets again. So on one side, this goes 3, 4. If it was this side, it's quite constrained. Because then on this side, it goes 5, 6. And then the 6s would all have to repeat. And on this side, the 4s would be repeating. And on this side, we'd get 5, 6. And that would be a 3, and that fits fine. Gosh. Okay, let's try it the other way. If that's a 4, this is an 8. And then this has to be an 8. And is that possible? We would go 4, 4, 4 here. 5. It does look possible. 9 would be there. 8 would be there. Oh, gosh. I haven't quite... Oh, one of these is a 1. That's just Sudoku. That doesn't seem all that powerful. Oh, there's a 1 in one of those. That should in some ways have been the first deduction in the puzzle. On that quadruple, there has to be a 1, and we've got this given 1. So there's going to be a 1 in one of those cells and not down here. So now there's a 1 over here somewhere. I don't think this is going to do a lot for us, but it's quite interesting. Now, here's an interesting thought about 4s and an X-wing. May not matter at all, but either that's a group of 4s, in which case that's a 4, and that will have to be a 4, and then there'll be a 4 over this side. But also there'll have to be a 4, well actually it would be here, wouldn't it? Oh, 4 is in this row, 4 is in one of those cells, because 4s are repeating. Oh, come on, if it's this side 3, 4, then on the other side it has to be, whichever side is 3, 4, the other side, it can't have 5 repeating in these cells. Yeah, or we can't have 5 in this cell, because that would mean this side was the 3, 4 side. What was my reasoning why 4 had to be a repeat one side or the other? Because one of these is a 5. Okay, that's solid. So one of these is a 3, 4 pair, and the other side we don't have. Well, the other side would have to be either 5, 6, or maybe 5, 7, or 6, 7. Is there some rule about the digit that repeats here? 4 will repeat there and there. Maybe this can't be a different digit from that. If this was a 5 and that was a 6, yeah, that's interesting. There'd be nowhere to put 6 in this box, because that would be lower than 5, and this would be not 6, this would be the 4 side. And that applies if that was 5 and this was 7, if that was 6 and this was 7, that applies throughout. So those two have to be the same, and those two have to be the same, and one side they're 4s, and we'll carry on. Now, I don't think that's necessarily going to continue all the way to the third digit, where 4 will be the same. Oh yes, I'd done that 4, 4, 4. No, it didn't really matter actually. Thing I was going to prove by virtue of doing that 4, 4, 4 thing turned out not to matter. Right, let's think about this 3-celler again. So it's got a 4 or a 7 on it. That's its 147 digit. It's got 3, 6 or 9 on it. So if this was a 3, it would have to have 8 and 4 or 7 on it. Yeah, that wouldn't quite put 6 here. It feels close. Oh, I've got 7 looking at that cell. I mean, that's probably quite important. That means this can't be a 6. This can't be a 6. It's huge. Why can't I use given digits? Hopeless. So this can't be a 6, and that is a 4. I'm sorry, this was all quite straightforward. I was doing a lot of theory and just not spotting the given digit. Jiminy cricket. Right, neither of those is a 4. One of those is a 4, and we know that one of them's a 1, so it's a 1, 4 pair. Now, these aren't 4. That is a 3. This is not a 3. It's 5 or 6. So these aren't 5. These have all got bigger. That's not 6. Now, that's a 7, 8, 9 triple, and this is a 6 in the bottom row. Oh, it's much more straightforward than I'd realised. I don't apologise. That's me. It's the senility. Right, are they all the same? Not necessarily. We've used that for similarity. That's an 8 because we put 3 in the box. Right, so we need something from 3, 6 or 9 on this column, which is either a 6, 9 there or a 3 here. And we need something from 4 or 7, which is a 7 in one of those two cells. Definitely, because neither of them can be a 4. So that's a 9, and this is going to help us again. 8, 7. Now we can finish off the bell, or the bottom part of it at least. There we go. Oh, it was a lot less painless than I'd realised, to be honest, but there we go. We're on track now. This one, let's modularize it. We've used 8 and 7. It's 3 or 6, but there's a 6 in the box, so that is 3. So 873 works, 738 works. We've got a 4 and a 6 to complete the column. 3, 4, 9, 6, 8. Don't really know much about the rest. I think that bell could have been done in about 3 minutes, and it's taken me 13. There we go. That's a measure of what I'm up to today. Happy Independence Day, Mark. 486. So we need a 5-2 around that. We need a 1-7 around that. 5, 6, 1. 3 and 4 are in these cells. Going to need to use the modulars, aren't I? That is going to be either 2 or 8 based on the 1 or 4 on the black dot. Now, that's the digit from 1, 4 or 7. We need either 3 or 9 here and something from 2, 5, 8. That's not actually very helpful. Here, don't even know what we've got on the line already, a 2 or a 3. We do need, we can't have 4 or 1 on the line, so we're going to need 7 on the line. And 7 must be up there somewhere. This is now 1 or 2 by Sudoku. This can't be a 1 in the box, so that's 2 or 3. 2 has definitely been used there, so it won't be on, well, it won't be in those positions on either of these lines. Just seen I need a 6 somewhere up there, and a 4. Oh, we've placed the 4 on that yellow line. Right. That is going with a 2 or an 8 on the black dot. Ooh. 1, 6, 5, 3, 4. That is 2, 7, 8 or 9. 1, 5, 6, 8. A lot of possibilities there. Don't like pencil marking that many. Right, in this row, we've got 2, 3, 8 and 5 still to place. It's not that helpful. This cell sees a 1 and 7 have been sequestered away from it in the box. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So that is 8 or 9. This is quite analogous to that cell. So this also can't be 7. So that's 8 or 9, and that's a pair looking up there. That's neat. So that's a 2. This is now 3. Now we need a 2, 5 or 8 on this line, and we've used 2 and 5. It has to be an 8. Has to be there because of the 8, 9 pair. So that's a 7. That's a 9. That's an 8. Now we're cooking with gas. 1 and 6 there. Let's go up the line. 6 and 5, but we've got a 1, 7 quadruple from the century of the bell's date. 9, 2, 3, they finish off. 3 and 8 up here, so then we need this to be from 1, 4 and 7 on the modular rule. Bam, it's a 7. This is 5, 6 and 9, and the modular rule says, okay, one of those is a 5 is all it's telling me there. 2 and 5 are here, which are the numbers we needed from the quadruple. This is 5 or 8 by Sudoku. Now, let's have a look in this box again. 3, 6. Oh no, let's have a look on this line. We can't have a 2 because one of those must be a 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 7 are ruled out. So these are from, they can't have a 1 either. These are from 3, 5, 9. One of them must be a 5 for the modularity. Yeah, that's right. One of those is a 5. So that is now not a 5 in the box. 8 there. 2 there. 5 now can't be here and is here. That's become a 3, which fixes the white dot, fixes the 9 in the corner. We get a 1 here. These are 5 and 7. The 1 and 9 are resolved. Oh, this is all coming together now. Let's have a look up here maybe. Yeah, we're going to hit another yellow line, aren't we? So what's going to happen to that? We've got 1 or 9. We've got 1, 4, 5 and 9 to place. This may not be the way to go about this, but let's have a think. No, I don't know. There's no 8 on it. So there's either a 5 there or a 2. No, oh, there can't be a 2 there. We've got a 2 down here. 7 has also gone. Right. In fact, that's a 3, 4, 9 triple. Let's just do Sudoku. It's more straightforward if you're not Simon. So 5 is definitely on the line in one of those positions. Then 3 or 9, don't know which. Okay, let's have a look at this white dot that I haven't considered at all. This is 1, 4, 7 or 8. This one is 3, 4, 6 or 8. So 8 won't work here. 1 won't work here. This is 4 or 7 connecting to 3 or 6 or 8 there. 5, 2, 9, 6, 2, 5. That must be an 8 by elimination, basically. 4 is in one of those 2 cells. 8. Let's use that 8. One of these 2 is an 8. 6, 1, 8, 2, 9. No, I'm not really. Oh, 7 is on this line by Sudoku. Interesting. That means 1 is not on the line because that's from the same modular set. So we get to place 1 there. Now 4 can't be on this little triangular modular line. I was going to say, so 9. No, that is the 3 or 9 contributor. This must be a 5. Interesting. Right. I could have done that by Sudoku more easily. 7 there. This is not 3. 7 is placed, in fact, up here. This is a 1-3 pair. The 1-7 pair over here has been done. That's not a 5. And again, I failed to see the given digit just staring at me. There we go. Given digits, I don't know. I find them hard. You've noticed. 3, 8 or 9 there. Now 7 here. There must be an 8 on this line because it can't have a 2 or a 5. So that's not an 8. And in fact the 8 must be there. This is 3 or 4. It cannot be 6 anymore. Okay, on the modularity, this is 3 or 9. Ooh, that's not resolved, but it does say where 6 is in the row, which I could have spotted before, but I didn't. 4 is here. Oh, we're going to get a 3 in the corner just in time for the 4th of July. Celebration time, fireworks, and everything that's good. And a 4, how appropriate is that? That the last digit of the puzzle on the 4th of July is a 4. And there we go. The solution is correct. That is the solution to Liberty Cracked Perseveres. And it's a nice puzzle. Thank you very much for sending it, Rockrat0, and congratulations again. Happy Independence Day. And we will see you tomorrow for more Sudoku. Bye for now.